Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network here on YouTube. Today is Thursday, and you know what Thursday is? Thursday is Thrifty Thursday, where I focus on sets that are $20 or less US. And super, super excited because this is the year of the rabbit. And the year of the rabbit means we need to be doing a lot of rabbit builds. so, and I happen to have the box. So this time I pre-knolled. So it should go a little bit faster. And we are working on this set 31133, which is the white rabbit set 3-in-1. So not only do you get a rabbit, which by the way, there's another cute version of the rabbit here, but there's also like the sea otter, I think a white sea otter. Maybe it's a walrus or a baby seal. I think it's a baby seal. And then there's also, I think, this cockatiel also over here, this with the nice crown. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Just working on the rabbit, of course, and it's hello, Glenn Copeland. Oh, it's a seal. Okay, so it must be a baby seal. And we're not going to do any seal jokes, but let's just say that was an interesting choice that they went with the seal. So what I've done is, like I said, I did some pre-knolling, and the magic of pre-knolling is we have over here, I've done quite a bit of the knolling of the big bag and one of the tiny bags, but I didn't have enough space, so I left two of the bags. This is a medium-sized bag and then another small bag. So we'll be pulling from these during this. No seal jokes. Good thing you said that. Well, I don't know. I guess it's nice that it's a seal, it's a baby seal, but I just feel always bad about baby seals because of I guess because they're a breed that's been known to be exploited. So it's almost like they're kind of being exploited in a different way. In this case, we are not doing the seal build. We are doing the rabbit build because it's Year of the Rabbit. And this set, by the way, comes with 3 different booklets. So it's and it's a cute seal. I will say that, it's not a bad seal, but I just I'm going to stay away from the seal. We're going to work on the rabbit today. And the other cool thing is that this rabbit comes, it looks like, with I guess a little flower of some sort and a carrot. So a very cool little carrot. And as you saw on the box art, that the ears will be movable. So you can make it a lop ear rabbit, which is probably what we're going to do because back in the day, I used to have a lop ear. I had a couple lop ear rabbits, actually. They were gray, though. They weren't white. Sea lion jokes are odder anyway. Okay. Yes, a cute seal and feeding it, not beating it. Yes, exactly. Thank you. And welcome, Spot. Good to see you, Spot the Magic Ninja. Yeah, and like I said, that's just and I shouldn't have this knee-jerk reaction when I see a baby seal, but it's almost like when you see the baby seal, you see the next scene, in at least in my head. And maybe it's just conditioning. That was advertising back in the day. So and I was reading something recently too about how some universities are now banning TikTok and high schools are now starting to ban TikTok because of the influence it has on students. And it's just an interesting new world we live in with regard to that. But before I start on this, I had to show you. I went to the Lego store today. I bought the 3-in-1 set. I bought a couple other things. And of course, they have those panda heads in the Build a Minifig bin. And I asked them, I said, so do you have like a box of the panda heads in the back? And they said, no, everything is out. So I have 15 more panda heads. I cleared them out. But the best part, and this is what I wanted to share with you, is the best part is I had a chance to, this is one of the 2 of the of the people at the store. So Ayana, and I didn't get the other guy's name. So it's funny because I said, hey, You know, do you have any panda heads in the back? And so there were three of them. There were three of them working on this. So it was kind of crazy that three of them were doing this for me. Oops, what's going on here? There we go. Let me hide this down camera for a minute. So yeah, in Ayana, it's like I first walk in and everybody knows me at this store. And the fact that they just started digging in for me. I mean, I was like, wow, I'll keep shopping then if you're going to do that. She goes, yeah, we're not busy. We're just going to do that. So thank you, Lego Store. I appreciate my 15 panda heads. So thank you. These are awesome. I have now 30 panda heads. If you know of another store that has a glut of these, please let me know. I'll hit you up with a Venmo and work out a deal for panda heads. And you got 15 pandas on the first before they put them in the bins. Oh, I see. So they put them in the bins. Are you talking about January 1st or February 1st? Probably January 1st is my guess. So yeah, I had 15 from the store in Arizona, which is same thing. They had them in the back. And that was the first week of January. And then, you know, it's already now what, first week of February. So I was lucky to get these 15. You're going to have to check out your local store for the same. Well, especially since you've dressed up as Batmanda. You need a couple of them, I think. It's like your posse of Batmandas that follow you around. But yeah, I'm working on a mock, an Egyptian themed mock with pandas, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to start hopefully soon, because I need to get this ready for Brick Can. So my whole idea is making a Sphinx like sculpture of a panda with like the Sphinx head. So we'll see how that goes. You went into the San Antonio Lego brick retail store the other day before Alamo Bowl, and they don't know me from Adam or Eve. They helped dig through the brick, build a minifig station for hot dogs. Oh, okay, interesting. Your embarrassment of pandas. That's right. That's right. So Spot knows that a group of pandas is an embarrassment. And you heard that from the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And my ship, and by the way, I may still have my ship brought to Brick Can as well. It's already been seen a couple times, but what I'm thinking is maybe I'll expand it and make it a bigger ship. So the two options I have in my head right now is making this new mock, which is a panda Egyptian themed mock. And then the other one is expanding the embarrassment of the high seas, which is my my panda pirate ship. Yes, embarrassment. Which, speaking of which, I posted this the other day, and I got this as a gift. So I got this Take Care of Yourself from the Care Bears 2023 desk calendar. I got this from Matthew Builds Bricks and from his mom, Sally Kirk. And they, you know, I looked it up. There is a Care Bear panda. There's two of them, and I think they're twins. But so yeah, I may be on the hunt for some Care Bear pandas too. Anyway, yeah, nice one, Glenn. Exactly. Okay, so what we're going to do today is I pre-knolled, so we're actually in pretty good shape. We can actually get started right away. MBB. MBB. I'm trying to think what MBB is. Mother Bear Panda, something like that. Mother Bear Bear. Okay. I don't know. I don't know the acronym. Sorry. Okay, here we go. All right, my friends. So, oh, Matthew Builds Bricks. Yes, he is super nice. He and I got to be friends through Tricky Bricks. And we've had a tradition of exchanging holiday gifts. So we've been doing that for the last 3 years, I guess. Let's see, 2020 is when the 2.5 years. So yeah, super nice guy, and he's a Gemini. And it's funny, I was having a conversation with another AFOL that just recently Patrick Brick. He's I think in Amsterdam, Bricksterdam. Yeah, Patrick Bricksterdam. And so yeah, we've been talking about how there's so many Geminis who are into this hobby. Anyway, moving right along. So we're going to go ahead and start with this. As you know, it's a 3-in-1. So most 3-in-1s don't have stickers, which is kind of cool. And also the 3-in-1s don't have minifigs, which is not as cool. But it's nice. And the other thing about the 3-in-1 builds is that when you open the boxes, they don't have numbered bags. So you just have to just start knolling right away. But yeah, I feel very, very blessed with the community that we have here. The Lego community is strong, and I might need to leverage my Lego contacts as well, because I recently bought this hoodie that I've been waiting for. And I don't know if I mentioned this story before, but I bought this hoodie and the size was too big. So I exchanged it and they ordered it and they said, oh, it's on its way. And I kept checking the tracking number, and the tracking number kept saying in process, which doesn't sound like canceled, right? If it's in process. And then I called the company. It'd been like 2 weeks. I hadn't heard anything. And they go, oh, yeah, your order was canceled. And I'm like, what? And they couldn't find it. But I found it in California. And I grew up in a city called Daly City, which is just south of San Francisco. And so it's sitting there at the store. And I've been contacting, my friends from high school. They're not there either. They're like, they've all moved. So now I'm just kind of figuring out. Thankfully, they're holding it for me. And they said, just take your time. So I might have to go to the Baylug people and ask Baylug if they know of somebody who might be able to help me out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leverage my network of Lego friends. You would guess that roughly half of the AFOLs are Gemini. Really? You think so? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But so you can see I'm opening up some of the other bags because just after knolling the parts, I'm not able to find all the pieces that I need. But yeah. Anyway, I just realized I think did I miscalculate something here? No, I just have not put in this other 1x2 down bracket. So anyway, there's I'm just learning that throughout your life there's I don't know want to call them tribes, but circle of friends. You have different circles of friends throughout your life. And I noticed that my circle of friends from high school, we've all moved. Even our parents have moved, right? Okay, so this is interesting. You'll notice that there was an up bracket, a 1x2 up bracket, and a 1x2 down bracket, this one in tan. So we're making snot sections that we can build off of this. Not half, 1/12. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I misread that. Thank you. So the company you ordered the hoodie from screwed up and they won't ship it to you now? Yeah. Well, see, the way it worked is, and I don't want to name the company, but I ordered this hoodie and it came to my local store because they'll ship it to the local store without any fee. I said, great. I picked it up. I got it home and it was too big. So I brought it back to the store and they said that, yeah, we'll order another one for you because it was in stock at the time. Anyway, long story short is that apparently there's problems with cross store transfers, something like that. So, and I even asked, I said, is there anybody at your store who's willing to just ship it to me and I'll Venmo you the difference, right? They go, no, we can't do that. That's against policy, which I totally get. You don't want like random strangers having you ship stuff, right? Okay, what I'm looking for right now is a 2x4. Oh, there it is. 2x4 tan right there. Um, so yeah, it's really lame. It's just like, so now and you may have seen my story. I posted a story on Instagram just saying, hey, I need some help picking up something from the store. I have had two offers, but I don't want one of my friends would have to drive an hour each way to get there because she lives in a city that's not that far, but it's an hour each way. That's still a lot to ask of somebody, right? I think. It's like, hey, would you drive an hour each way to pick up a hoodie for me and then go to your local post office and ship it? I don't know. To me, that sounds kind of lame. It's like, oh, by the way, how are you? I haven't talked to you in so long. Yeah, I don't know. That just seems lame. I don't know what these two black studs are for. So that's interesting. Yeah. But this is why I said there's got to be like some DoorDash kind of service for errands, right? That you can just call this company up and say, hey, I need you to go to this store, pick this up, and then go to the post office and ship it to me, and then send me a bill, right? There's got to be something like that out there. Okay, this is cool. This is one of those big double ball joints. So this, I think this might be for the ears, maybe, or maybe some of the back joints. Who knows? Oops. Yeah. So now thankfully I called the store because they usually give you a week. You know, you order it online and then you have a week to have somebody come pick it up for you. So I called them and I said, look, I know I have like 3 days left. Like, can I get, because otherwise what they do is they cancel the order and they put it back in stock. And this hoodie, honestly, it was interesting because it's sold out. And that's why this I've only found two left and they were both in California. But yeah, it was definitely lame. In my world, the company needs to make you whole, especially when they screwed up. Yeah, yeah. I probably won't be ordering from this company again, but I kind of really want this hoodie. I think you'll understand when you see it. It's a pretty cool hoodie. So I don't know. I also have told myself, I kind of came to and I told myself before I called the store, I said, do you really need this hoodie? I mean, really? Do you really need it? And I said, no. I mean, this hoodie, this is one that I have, and it's purple, and I haven't been able to find a replacement. And the one I ordered is black and white, which is really cool. It's got stripes and things, but it just, I don't know. I guess I feel like I was asking myself, it's not something I really need. It's something that I want. It's something that I think would be cool to have. But, how many hoops am I willing to go through and what would I be asking my friends to do? So I'm really thankful that one of my friends said, hey, if I'm the closest one there, I can go get it for you. But I don't want her to drive an hour each way. I mean, that's crazy. I might ask my friend whose brother lives in San Bruno. He might be able to do it. By the way, I don't know if you saw this. I thought this was one of those 2x2 pieces, but it's just two 1x2 Palisades pieces here. And then this is cute. They have two hearts, these two little hearts. So I guess this might be the legs, maybe, and this, because I didn't even see the heart in the drawing. I wonder if the heart's going to be hidden. Let's see. Let's take a look at the front cover. Let's see. I don't think I saw it, or maybe it's crouched on the ground, so maybe you don't see it. Why am I having a hard time finding this front page? Yeah, I don't see the heart. It might be like way down here somewhere. I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll see. If you don't really need it, perhaps a refund would be the better way to go. I am I'm close to that, but that's why I called the store. I called the store today, but she said she'll hold it for me for a month. So I said, okay, that's a sign. So this is going to be like the challenge out there. Anybody in the Daly City, south of San Francisco area who's willing to go pick up this hoodie for me, please let me know. I'm going to send out two more messages. One's going to go to Baylug, which is a Lego user group. Another one is going to go to a Toastmasters group that is in that area, and see if one of those, somebody will come forward. Somebody come forward and help me out here. You know, it's crazy. I'm just like, and like you said, Glenn, do I really need it? No, I don't. I don't really need it. I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't really need it. So if nothing comes out of this, it in a way it kind of makes me sad, because it makes me realize what a shift in my friendships have happened over the years. Because I would think that, and I do have some family in the San Francisco area, and get this, my cousin has not responded to me yet. And she has two daughters, and I figured, between the daughters and her, maybe she would be, willing to help me out here. I have not heard back from her, so I'm hoping she's out of town. I'm hoping she's out of town and hasn't been able to respond yet. Keeping optimistic about this whole thing. Okay, so you can see that we're kind of building this stack here. So we're going to be adding some curves, which is always fun. What's nice about this set is there's a ton of white curves, and you can see that you get this variety of curves in this, and 2x2 curves. This is interesting. I'm not sure what these are going to be used for later, but we have several of them. Like 3 of them I can see right now. Usually these are used for signs. So it's just as a parts pack. This is really, really fun. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a 2x2 2x2 curve. I don't think I set it out already. No. Pretty sure it's going to be in this bag. Curves. Ah, here it is. Okay. Yeah. But something else that came up this week is I did pay for my Brick Rodeo convention registration. So I am now committed with registration. I've got my hotel reserved. I just got to start thinking about mocks. That's the last step, right? Is mocks. Okay, I keep knocking this over. I'm gonna put this one out here at the bottom. I know you can kind of see it. This one won't be fully nulled, but it'll be easier to see. I'm looking for a 1x2 tile. No, not in here. Really? Nope. This is interesting, though. They've got these half moon tiles. They have quite a few, actually. So they have the 2x2 rounds and then half rounds. So, but I'm looking for just a standard 1x2 tile. But you can see that is something. My Eyes has a copy of a 31133. Oh, yeah. Woohoo for Brick Rodeo. Yes. If a friend said they'd do it, knowing all the terms, I wouldn't feel bad about having them help out. Yeah, I guess so, but you don't know traffic in San Francisco. The traffic is not pleasant. It might take an hour on Google terms, but in reality, it may take her. I mean, then there's also the time to get to the store. You got to print out, the confirmation. Then she's got to go to the post office. So I really don't want to have her go through that all the way, for that long of a drive. But, and I'm asking myself, too, if I volunteered, and the way she phrased it, it was, if I'm the closest one, I will do it for you. So it's almost like, if there's absolutely nobody else. And I would probably do the same offer, but that's a lot of gas to spend too. An hour each way. I don't know what kind of car she drives, but it's a lot to ask, I think, of somebody to drive an hour each way to pick up a hoodie. Could you pick up this hoodie for me? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to be careful about that. That's why I'm hoping I'm going to find somebody who happens to be an AFOL, who either lives in Daly City or lives in San Bruno or somewhere close by. Okay, I can't find this 1x2, so I'm gonna put this over here to see if I can find it this way. And you can see I'm kind of doing some knolling while I'm finding things. I just need a 1x2 white. Don't make me go to my collection. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. It's that, I mean, if it was like special papers or something that's super important, then yeah, I would probably have them do it. But it's a hoodie. And it goes back to, do I really need this? And so I'm going to just put it out there that it's going to come to me. I might not get it right away. And there'll be somebody who enters my life who's going to help me out with this. I even had a friend from Houston who replied to my request. And he goes, yeah, I'm in Houston. If I was in the area, I'd do it for you. Because he lived in San Jose at the time. And I was just like, man, that's first of all, that's super nice that these people are generous enough to say that. But I'm like, wow. Okay, well, now I know why I'm having a hard time finding this. It's not a 1x2 plate. It's a 1x2 rounded. I just wasn't paying attention. It's this piece, this 1x2 rounded piece. Okay. Okay. My user error here. All right. So that's what we're looking at. This kind of curved piece. Love the half circle tiles plus the jumper version of it. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Maybe they have other reasons to go to that area. No telling. Well, true. And it is a good bit of gas. Exactly. Exactly. Even in the best conditions. True. That's another reason why I'd rather not. I mean, that's going to be like my back pocket option. Like if it gets to the last week of February and nobody else has come forward, then I might reach out to her and say, I'm so sorry, but I'll pay for your gas and the shipping to get this to me. So we'll see how long it takes. We'll see how long. Also, you might name and shame this company or making things so difficult for you. Yeah, I don't know. I I have an interesting thought about like when you go onto Yelp or any of those different sites where you see all these people complaining about something that happened to them, etc. And the phrase that comes to mind is first world problems. It's kind of like, okay, so I didn't get this hoodie delivered to me. I mean, people in the world are having a hard time putting food on their table. They don't have hot and cold running water. And, for me to complain about a hoodie not being delivered to me, just to me sounds pretty sad. I would be embarrassed, honestly, to complain about something like that. But that's why it always cracks me up when I see these different people complaining about stupid stuff. Yeah, they should have been able to ship it, and yeah, they could have gone out of their way, but in the end, it's a hoodie, right? That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I not to begrudge you, Glenn, if that's your mode of working with these companies, but I just think there's you got to reevaluate what is important. Is it really that important to? And people will, and I don't know where this idea comes from, but people will say, "I'm going to get you fired." You know, this whole entitlement part about you didn't get me my hoodie and I didn't, get the satisfaction and you're supposed to serve me. It's like, where does that come from? Why do people feel that way? Yeah, if they messed up, they messed up. Well, that's true. But it goes back to, in the end, it's just a hoodie. And I could complain. I could, go down that road and, demand a refund and demand some compensation, which they did offer me some compensation already. They offered me $10 off my next purchase. Woohoo! So, anyway, this is kind of cool. I don't know if you've been watching, but it's got the two sets of curves. So it's got this this curve here, which is that outer curve, and then it had the smaller one, which I may not have any more of them, but it had the smaller one too. So kind of this nesting part. Yeah, sure, it's first world problems, but you paid and agreed upon a price and getting the item delivered, but they refused to make it happen. That's terrible PR. Perhaps I'm just spoiled by how Lego operates. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I'm talking about it publicly now. So, and if I were to name the company, then yeah, I could publicly shame them on my own channel. That is true. But I don't know. I think in the end, I kind of feel that I'm not too worried about it. Okay, why does this look weird? I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I'm missing some pieces here. I missed a step. What did I miss? I missed a step with, yeah, there it is. I like skipped a whole section. Yeah, okay. Let me put some of these these other pieces in. All right. So I guess maybe the poll of public opinion is that maybe I need to have them give me justice. I need justice for the hoodie justice. No, I like I said, I guess I could complain. You're right, I could, and maybe I should. But at the moment, in a way, I'm kind of seeing this as a social experiment, mostly from my end about which friends of mine are coming forward to help me out, because it's kind of sad seeing so many friends have left the area. So they can't help me. They would if they could. Like one of them told me, I would help you out, but I'm in Vegas now. The other one I told you in Houston that he can't do it because he's in Houston. Oh, by the way, these are nice too. These 1x2 rounded plates, super nice. But so in a way, like I said, from a social experiment side, it's like which of my circle of friends is going to come through for me. So I've started with my high school friends because that's, the high school we went to was Ceremony High School when it was before it closed. So that was what we were doing. And right now, that's not looking very good. So my next circle of friends is my Lego friends that I'm going to reach out to. I've already done that on Instagram. Also, I should mention not only my circle of friends, my family that's left in the area. So, like I said, I reached out to my cousin. I've not heard from her. Um, so, next step is going to be a Toastmasters group that is in the area. So, we'll see how far down I have to go to get somebody to help me with this. $10 off an order. I'll never make. Right. Woo! Yeah, bold to them to assume I'd want to buy anything more from them after such a terrible service. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Exactly, Glenn. It's just, but like I said, I'm looking at this like a social experiment. It's more like okay, let's see who I have until the end of the month. I thought I only had till the end of the week because that's why I called them today. I said, hey, what am I going to do? I haven't been able to find somebody who can help me out. And they said, well, we can hold it to the end of the month. I said, okay, awesome. But how sad is that? How sad is that? My hope is, let's just say my cousin calls me and says, oh, you know what? I was out of town. I just got your message. How can I help? That's perfect, right? Family came through for me, and then If it's not my cousin, maybe it's another neighbor who says the same thing. I got your voicemail. I was out of town, and I can help you out. What do I need to do? But if it comes down to like a complete stranger, if it ends up being somebody I've never met before, but happens to know me through like Toastmasters or something like that, that's pretty sad. I don't know if that's sad because of, a couple different reasons that the company wasn't willing to come through, right? Just like you said, Glenn. Or is it sad because people have moved out of the area? Or is it sad because there's, I just don't have any friends? I don't know. And like I said, there's also Baylug. I know that Tricky Lug, Cara, lives in the San Francisco area, which isn't too far. It'll be probably like a 30-minute drive for her. So she might be able to come through for me. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm treating it like a social experiment now. We'll see what happens. The other thing would be, like I said, if somebody said, "Hey, I heard you were looking for like a DoorDash kind of service. My you know, brother, sister, whatever, does DoorDash, and hey, if you pay them what they would make for DoorDash, they'll go do it for you, right? It could be that. I mean, that could be a possibility. But right now, it's it's looking pretty dire right now, and that's why in my posts, I haven't said, hey, I need a favor. I need somebody to pick up a hoodie for me. It's been, hey, I need a favor for picking up an item, right? Because I think people would start mocking me already. It's like, what? You're asking people to go pick up a hoodie for you? It's like, yeah, I do. I would really like this hoodie. But yeah. Anyway, here's another set of curved pieces, which are really fun. These are what, 1 by 4 by 3s, I think, curves. Yeah. And like I said, I'm now looking at this since I have until the end of the month. It's like, who is going to come through for the Brickadista? Who will be getting and they'll get some sort of special announcement or something. Maybe I'll even do a mock for them. It's kind of like, what is it going to take for somebody to help me out with this? It would be so easy for them, but no. People leaving the area is the opposite of sad. They're living their best life, I hope. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Part of it, too, is that, a lot of people left the area. Myself, my parents, everybody, they left the area because it's just so expensive, right? Living in California. It's a very expensive place to be. Now, next part is really interesting. So I don't know if you saw this it looks like a rotator of some sort, but this is the weird part. This next part is really weird. They're having me put a 2x2 like on this, so it has like a ledge sticking out over this rotator thing. And that's really weird. Okay. And then we have these massive big curves that are going to sit on top, and that at least locks it in, right? It locks in that 2x2, but it's still like, why are you covering up that rotator? What are you doing with that piece? I don't know. It's weird. Very, very weird. A cool hoodie sounds better than an item. A piano. Well, I don't know. When I say an item, do you really think a piano is what comes to mind? I don't think so. I'm sure maybe people are going, I don't know if I want to know what this item is. She's not going to say what it is. Okay, so we're also covering it up this way with this curve. So like I said, this is very confusing to me because that piece seems like a valuable piece, but they're keeping it open. Very weird. Okay, should I do the experiment and put out there that I'm looking for somebody to pick up a cool hoodie for me and then put a picture of the hoodie? No, but a piano is rarely an illicit substance. Right. I don't know. It's Okay, so now they want this here. We're putting together this really weird body. Okay, I I'm still trying to figure out. I guess these might be the back haunches. Yeah, I guess we're going to be able to build off of this. Or maybe this is hidden. I don't know. There's the heart here. So you can see the heart, I guess, is being covered up. And then whatever this, yeah, it's very strange. Or maybe it's because it's a 3-in-1 and that they put the part in there for use for another one of the builds. You're probably going to say, show us a picture of the hoodie. It's like, I don't know, maybe. And then maybe you if I show you a picture of the hoodie, then you might say, not really worth it, Brickanista. You know, don't worry about it. All right, so let's see. All right, we need to put a, all right, now we're going to work on this side. And we need a 2x2. And this goes here. So once again, this is so weird because it's like this overhang on some of these sections. And it looks like it's being covered up. So we also have these. These are the shorter domes, half domes. And yeah, so you see how it's got a notch right there. So this is going to go here. Then we have another one over here. Yeah, very, very weird. I guess they're just going to cover it up. I don't know. Oh, okay. We're going to do this all the way around. So yeah, this is being covered up. So like I said, right now it's a social experiment. I'm going to see who's going to come through for me. I have a feeling it's either going to be a Baylug person or it could be a random Toastmaster who lives in the area and is willing to help. I have found that a lot of my the people I've met through Toastmasters have been just very kind and generous and happy to help. And like I said, I wouldn't want somebody to have to go too far out of their way, but they might be willing to, just, I have to go to Ceremony Mall anyway on such and such a day, and I'll pick this up for you. It's like, yeah, that's all I need. So yeah, that thing is being all covered up. The heart's covered up. All of that's covered up. So there we go. We got some weird looking side part. All right. Okay, so this is we're now going to do a sub build. And by the way, I've got Churro, aka Grumpy Cat, watching over. Yeah, and I've even asked myself, okay, so if some random person that I know through, say, Toastmasters said, hey, I hate to bother you, but you live in North Seattle, so could you go to this mall and help me unpick this up for me and, ship it to me? And I probably would do it. I would probably do it for them. So, like I said, it goes back to the network. Who in my network is going to help me out here? Okay. And these are interesting. This is one of those pyramid pieces, and then we have the cone in the middle. Here's a news flash. There's a guy who apparently, this happened, I think, just yesterday or the day before, that in Seattle, in a neighborhood called Wallingford, this couple went outside their home because they thought they heard this raccoon, foraging through their garbage or something, or looking for the nest of this raccoon. And they go outside, right? So, if it's late at night, you put on your coat and everything, you go outside, and they left the door like slightly open because they were just going to go out and come back. So some rando person walking down the street just ran into their house and locked the door and locked them out of their own house. Okay, but it gets even weirder. here's the weird part. So the SWAT team was called in, and they spent 4 hours like negotiating with the guy, putting in flash bombs and things into the house. And it turns out he went into the house and he was in their bed the whole time. He was just like wanted to take a nap. It was like the weirdest thing. And yeah, so I was reading on Reddit, and this is how I found out about this story. Is that I saw it on Reddit. And the now this is weird. Before I go on to talk about this story, this is not a standard piece. It's like a snot piece that's on the upper portion. I mean, in the instructions, it looked like a 1x2 Technic piece, but it's like a 1x2 snot piece. So it's the same distance as a regular 1x1 snot piece, but I don't think I've seen a 1x2 snot piece before. The less well you know, whatever makes it happen, the cooler the result. The less I know. Are you talking about back to the hoodie, or are you talking about the guy who locked his the owners of the house out? Anyway, so they're asking me to put this in this way. Okay. That's the one thing about 3-in-1s, is that sometimes they have to do things in an odd way because it's all part of the set. So it may be important for one of the other builds, but not necessarily this build. Oh, the hoodie. Yeah, it'll be the adventure of the hoodie, I think. There might have to be a story about it. I don't know. It just seems strange to me. Okay, so this is interesting. This is one of those 1x1, like not a pyramid, but like a triangle, like a half pyramid, something like that. Okay, so they want me to put this here. Okay. This is really, really unusual, but I think it all goes back to shaping, right? Okay. Okay, I can roll with that. It's interesting. It's a roof or something. Yeah, I guess it's a 1x1 roof. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I kind of called it a half pyramid. Now these pieces, I don't have any of these in my collection. These are like wedges, but they're like 2x3, or I think they're called a 2x3 wedge. So you have a left side and a right side. All right, so let's see. Put this over here, and one goes over here, and over here. Okay. And then we have, you can see we have this ball joint here, and we have this large ball joint. So this is a very important piece, whatever it's supposed to do. What is this supposed to do? Oh, okay. That's nice. All right, they want to flip this over and put a boat stud on the bottom. Okay. All right. And, oh, we get to use the clamshell next. The other thing is this comes with 4 of these clamshells. Super cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Oh, we got to do this upside down. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, the story of the hoodie. Who is going to come forward? It's like the knight's quest. Which knight shall come forward and help me get this hoodie? Who shall that be? Who shall come forward in this quest for the hoodie? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right, because there's this other piece that looks kind of odd. Nope, that's it. Okay. Okay, so now turn this around and put this here. Okay. I think that might be a foot or something. All right. we've got something. I have a feeling one of these is going to go here or here, maybe. Bricklink calls that wedge a 3x3 sloped left and right. Okay. I knew it was a wedge. I did call it a wedge. So I did get that right. Okay, so now, okay, this goes here on this side and like this. And apparently I guess they want it that way. All right. Oh, look at that. That's very clever. That is clever. Look at that. Okay, we got the left haunch in. Okay, why is that not? Okay, and got a little bit of clutch problem there. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. All right. Okay, got that haunch in. Yeah, so like I said, I'm using it as a social experiment. We'll see which fan knight shall come forward to help with the quest of the hoodie. That's it. It's going to be the quest of the hoodie. I shall have a hoodie quest. Oh my goodness. It better be worth it, right? It's like all this time, and then once I get the hoodie, you're probably going, you did that for that? Really? Was it that important? It's not that important. That's my point, is that in the end, if it ends up being returned and refunded, that's just the way things are. The quest may not be fulfilled, is my point. Is that I'm hoping it will be. I'm hoping somebody will come forward, but if nobody comes forward, I'm also prepared for that. So I'm also preparing myself for that possibility, which would be sad. That'd be a sad trombone moment. But if that's the case, then, that's what happens. But it did make me sad to think that my life has changed so much that I don't have any real friends left in that part of town. There, I do have friends in California, but yeah. So that's the sad part. It's not that important itself. It's the principle. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. And if I complain enough to the company, they might do it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much you have to complain to get things, kind of moved along. But I also don't want to be a Karen about it either, right? And I don't want somebody to be fired over this. I mean, that's what I think is really kind of silly, is when you hear people saying, I'm going to get you fired. It's kind of like, you're not that important. Most people think the world revolves around them, but in reality, you're really not that important. As far as, it's not like you have to be put into a bunker if, World War III comes out. I mean, there's certain people who are super important. A lot of the world leaders need to be, prepared for that, and they have bunkers and things. But, when people, and you see this a lot in the, oops, I missed a step. You see this a lot in some of the TikToks and other things that people are posting about, people screaming at folks about, you need to be serving me and you need to be doing this. It's like, who are you? They have this inflated idea of who they are, and that's scary. That's a scary place to be. So I hope I don't. If I ever get like that, please, somebody say something. Say something to me. Just say, remember on February 2nd, 2023, when you said, if I ever get like this, please, somebody, say something. Yeah. Please, save me from myself, I guess would be the way I'd phrase it. I don't ever want to be like that. Don't want to be like that. Okay, let's see. How did I do this last time? This doesn't seem right. What did I do? Oh, that's because I put it on backwards. Yeah. I put it on, I think, the same way I did the other one. Okay. This is why you have to pay attention. Like, don't try to talk and build at the same time. I highly not recommend that. Okay, let's do this again. I think what happened is I was doing the similar look to last time. There we go. That looks better. I had this inside the clamshell and I'm like trying to connect it. I go, that doesn't seem right. That does not seem right. There we go. Okay. And we want that. Oops. Want the finished edge on the outside. Right? We did that and then okay. And then this should go here. And hunches away. Okay. Yeah. That's looking super cute. That is really looking super cute. You'd have to become someone I don't know to make a Karen out of it. Making demands that you be made whole when you're in the right is not a Karen. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess what a definition of a Karen is accusing you of something that you didn't do or demanding, being overly demanding. I don't know. Like I said, I'm treating it as the knight's quest. The knight or the princess, the quest of the hoodie. Who's going to come forward to help me get this hoodie? And like I said, it's been really super cool hearing from people who said, if I lived in the area, I would get it for you. Like, that's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah. So, but it is kind of, like I said, a little sad for me just knowing a lot of my friends have moved, that they're no longer there anymore. So that, like I said, it's a little sad. All right, so you can see we're starting another sub build. So we've been working for about an hour, and I think, just based on the parts that are left, I think we're making pretty good time. And like I said, I pre-knolled too, so I've been trying to make that a practice, trying to make the stream go a little bit faster that way. A typical Karen maneuver is those people are barbecuing while black. Oh my God. Okay, we don't need to go there. I agree with you, Spot. Jeez. Right. I have heard about that one, and this is Black History Month, so everybody know that we value everybody on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And when I heard that story about the African American bird watcher, and I think it was in Central Park, and some woman said she was being threatened by this guy, and all he was doing was bird watching. It's like, really, really, come on, that is ridiculous. That is freaking ridiculous. So yeah, that I am not. That I am definitely not. I am not a Karen that way. It's just scary thinking about it. Okay, so these half round tiles are going into place, and there's a little 2x2 button. Okay, why? There we go. Up, no, it's too low. This is supposed to be up, higher up. There we go. Boop. So cute. That's exactly the thing. Bird watching while black. Give it a rest, Karen. Yeah, that to me was just scary. It was scary that somebody would actually report that. And that's the thing, is that what they're doing is they're calling 911. And the guy's not doing anything. He's just standing there bird watching. That was freaking ridiculous. It's just like, really, people? I mean, come on. Okay, so we have another one of these, and they want this to be face down. So this must be the front, I guess, the front paws. Very cute. Let's see, how is this going to connect? Ah, okay. So remember that little mixel joint? Oops. Oh no. The back paw fell off. Okay, we'll fix that in a second. All right. So this, and they want this down and up. Okay. All right. What happened here? What happened here? I think I mentioned this earlier that the clutch on this was a little weak. So let's move this up a little. All right. All right, what's going on? There we go. Maybe if you put it in the right direction, Brickanista. There we go. Okay. Yep, Churro approves. I've done a couple of 3-in-1s, and this one really has some of the most interesting techniques. I will say that technique is really interesting, using the clamshells like that. I want to say that particular Karen paid the price for her stupidity. Yeah. I mean, well, and being Asian American too, it is frightening, the kind of, not the Karens of the world, but the people who are abusing older Asian Americans, where they, will like sucker punch them out of nowhere. That's scary. That's really scary, seeing that in the world. So, yeah, I think there's something we said. The pandemic really changed the way we interact with each other. In some cases, I'm really grateful that in the Lego community, people have been very nice and kind. But elsewhere in the world, you go out there and you just think, whoa, what's happened? What happened there? So once again, we're doing that little curve with the snot piece. That's where that 2x2, this is going to go here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that in now. All right, why are you not clutching? There we go. I know I'm skipping a step, but hey, it's my model. I can do that. Same nice organic shapes on the legs. Yes. Yeah, that's straight up racism magnified by COVID ignorance. Yeah. That's why I've talked with several people that there's an Asian community here called the International Business District, I think, or yeah. And people don't want to walk out there at night anymore because they're scared. It's really sad. And then you see also in the news in San Francisco that people are, photographers specifically, are being targeted because they're carrying heavy equipment and such. Yeah, and that isn't racism. That's just following people with wealth, because some of them are foreigners, who are sightseeing in San Francisco, and it's like, welcome to San Francisco. We're going to take all your stuff. Yeah, the photographers are now starting to get bodyguards and things, just when they go out on a photo shoot. Yeah, the world's been kind of a crazy place. That's why it's kind of nice just having a place to chill and work on your Lego. At least it's a good way to forget about some of the things going on. Speaking of forgetting, all right, let's see. This goes all the way to the end. Okay. Yeah, the other one didn't go all the way to the end. It just went up to here. So, okay. So let's attach this. All right. yeah, nice shaping. Nice shaping indeed. All right, so and we're going to turn this down and look at that. Get some haunches going. And by the way, if you missed the Tuesday's interview with Brandon, we had a really good time just talking about his building and his being on his YouTube. And that's the first time I've had a chance to have him on the show. And he was super nice. And I've already committed to him. He has a show on Sundays. And on the 20, in fact, here, let me check my calendar, my desk calendar, my Care Bear for the month of February, by the way. It's Valentine's Day and Spread the Love. So this is going to be on the 26th, on Sunday the 26th. Oops. Let's see if it's like my camera was out of focus again. Yeah, so February 26th. It seems like whenever I have something like focuses on that, and then I have to like bring it back to me, and then it'll focus on me. So on July 6, 2020, the Manhattan District Attorney announced that Amy Cooper had been charged with filing a false police report, a misdemeanor with a penalty of up to 1 year in jail. Wow. And she was arraigned on October 14th. The charges against her were dropped in February 2021 after she completed an educational course. Wow. And we're done with that scene. End scene. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Craziness. But anyway, going back to Brick Hive. So I've agreed to be on Brick Hive's early morning show. So it's going to be at 7 a.m. my time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. For you, Glenn, it'll be 9 a.m. on Sunday, the 26th of February. So, and funny enough, that's the same day I'm supposed to be part of an international book club that we're supposed to meet that day. And they actually moved the time to 6 a.m. so I wouldn't have to get up so early. So yeah, so I told Brick Hive, I said, I will be asleep for their Zoom channel, and then by the time I'm done, I'll be awake for yours. So if you want to tune in and watch me interacting with Brick Hive on Good Morning Brick World, I said normally I wouldn't be up for that early in the morning on a Sunday, but that day I will be up anyway. So yeah, if you're interested, tune on in. And he has an amazing build. He said he's going to be at Brick World Chicago. So if any of you are going to be there, you get a chance to meet him in person. Let's see, I'm missing a piece. What am I missing? I'm missing a down bracket. There it is. Oops, wait a minute. Okay. Oops, excuse me for reaching. Wrong piece. There we go. This is what we want. Yeah, so I have only been on his show once, and that was kind of an emergency situation because Doc couldn't be there. Family emergency came up. So Brandon started a stream for us to be eating our hot and spicy food. So I told him, just don't make me eat something like that. 6 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, a book club that meets at 6 a.m. Pacific on a Sunday. Yeah. But we have people in South Africa, in Australia, and other places who are all going to be on. So I missed the one in January. They just started this year, and they said, you can come. I said, I'm not going to be there at 5 in the morning. I'm sorry. Sorry, can't do it. I love you guys, but can't do that. So yeah, if I can get up that early, I do like their show. Okay, well, put it on your calendar. If you want to see me on their show, it'll be at the end of this month. So, and then EB Good is going to be on Builder Insights on the 21st. So we have Yano coming in on Tuesday. Then the following week is Valentine's Day. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Valentine's Day. And then the week after that is going to be E.B. Good. So that should be fun. Should be a fun time. Yeah, but I'm getting some really good response on the Builder Insight segments that people are really enjoying. You know, just getting short tips that people can use to improve their mocks. And you know, you've been watching me for a while that the it's been really good to kind of highlight just people and the kind of work that they do. How spicy is too spicy for you? Oh, well, it's not spicy necessarily. I just think that watching people in pain for entertainment just doesn't seem like a, a fun thing to be a part of. So, that taco chip thing, that one chip that people have been doing on streams, that's just not me. So that's why I told Brandon, just, yeah, I'll be on your show, but don't make me eat something crazy like that. I won't do it. Or vomit flavored jelly beans, things like that. Yeah. I just think it's just out of my element. If you want to do it on your stream, hey, knock yourself out. That's fine. I'm not gonna, just don't force me to do that. Please don't force me to do that. I'm looking for a 1x2. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is an interesting technique right now. So what they're doing, and this is a piece that Debo likes. This is the top clip, and let's see, how are they using this? So this, I'm asking Debo to come up with a 2-minute tech tip for this particular piece. So I already put this in the wrong way. Because he uses it all the time, and I know it makes a difference. And another technique he did was with the bracelets, the dots bracelets. So I might want to do that one sooner because the dots line's going away. So if you want to get some dots, now is the time to do it, or right when they go on sale. Okay, so this is interesting. You can see that we've got the two mixel joints, we've got this step, and then we have this top clip. Really depends on the person. I've seen video of one guy who's had virtually no adverse reaction to the one chip challenge. Not sure if I could be that guy. Yeah. It's like, why would I do that to my body? It's kind of like, what did my body do to deserve that? I'm sure like if I were to eat it, my body would be like, what? What did you just do? Living in Buffalo, suicide hot wings are a thing. I could never. Oh yeah. No. No, I remember, I'm trying to remember the name of this hot wings place that they had this, I guess, thermometer. It would tell you how spicy the wings are. And yeah, I would get to medium spicy or, kind of spicy, but yeah. But I don't eat chicken wings anymore. I do have vegan chicken wings I've had though that are amazing. So you're making me hungry now. Okay, so this once again is like hiding those clips. Wonder what's going to go there. Okay, interesting. Where are these suicide hot wings served? That's not how the thermometers work. Let's see, where are we? Oh, I guess we're putting in eyeballs. Oh, those are for eyeballs. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what they're doing is they're using these posable studs where they've got this piece came out with, I think, is it the Marvel or the DC series CMFs, right? But they were clear. These are light bluish gray. Okay, so it looks like you connect it here. Oops. See, I would probably put this on first and then put on the arch. Yeah, it's a lot easier. So Lego, I would have reversed the reversed the order. Yeah. So just save yourself some time, folks, and you don't have to follow the instructions all the time. Let's see. Okay. That satisfying snap of Lego. Okay, see? Yeah, then put the arch on. Why make it so hard on yourself? You're covering it anyway, so. And you might want to change these eyeballs too. Like I have the direction of the eye going in a kind of a weird way here. Let's fix that. Okay, why is this not holding? Okay, let's do this so it's turning down. Or maybe what I should do is put this on and then secure this. Like I said, the order you do this in, you don't always have to follow the instructions. Sometimes it's better if you freeform it. Yeah, so you see how this eye is kind of facing that way. The other one was like way up there. So let's see if this will attach. Okay, I think that works. Oops, maybe not. Is this not secured in there? What's going on here? Wow. What's going on? That snaps. That snapped. Okay, there we go. Like I said, I would still put the arches on last after you secure those down. Yeah, see? Still, I would adjust it a little bit, but that's pretty close. Sweet, delicious vegan chickens. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what glutinous something. I'm trying to remember what it is, like glutinous wheat or something, I think is what it really is. Anchor Bar is your best bet for the classic wings, but there is a place on every corner. That's right, in Buffalo, definitely. Spot the Magic Ninja, true, but thermometers get used in graphics all the time. Yes. Okay, I'm betting that anything served to the masses can't be that hot. Right. Ghost pepper hot, right, is what you're talking about. Okay, let's secure this down at top. And jumper. So if you're just looking for a parts pack, this is an awesome parts pack. And the shaping, you get to learn a lot about shaping through this as well. I am a little disappointed though that like the heart and some other things are covered. I guess they're trying to make them Easter eggs, but it's like but it's a heart. Why would you cover that up? Like that's cool. It's cool to have a heart there. Okay. And like I said, the clamshells, some of the wedges that you get in this, it's a really good parts pack. Okay, once again, 2x2 shaping there. Lots of snot pieces. Okay, so here's another interesting piece. This 1x1 with bar with the rounded edge. And we put a tombstone tile on it. Oops, of course they put it the wrong way. Okay. All right, I think this might be the nose. I'm not sure. Or is this the tongue? Who knows what this is? Or, okay, let's see. All right, they said to turn this upside down and around. And let's see. Here we go. Oh, maybe it's a tooth. Is that a tooth? Like a little baby tooth? It's hard to tell. I'm not quite sure. We're guessing right now. Okay. All right, let's go to these. Every place has their own version of challenge. I prefer taste over spice. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I prefer taste over spice as well, which was the impetus for the creation of the nuclear taco project. The nuclear taco project. I have never heard of that. Okay, so I'm not sure what this is going to be doing, but that is interesting. So we have two of those. There we go. I do like spicy food. Like I do like sriracha on a lot of stuff. We were having some bond witches, and they got me a vegan one for um, one of the team meetings, and everybody's eating their sandwiches, and I'm standing next to the condiment table because the sriracha's there, so I can keep adding more sriracha to my meal. And I said, yeah, there wasn't enough sriracha on here, so. And I will say that the dragon sauce that you see at Trader Joe's is not that spicy. It's it's a little sweet too, so I don't really like that one as much as like classic sriracha. I think they call it dragon sauce to try to mimic that. Okay, so this is super cute, and they have this. This is the nose, right? And they have this little pink dot as a for the nose. That's super cute. And it looks like they're putting it on upside down. So I think in the end it's going to look like that. But they're having us put this upside down on this part right here. Yeah. So then that way it'll look like that. I might even have it too low. Is that supposed to be on the upper ones? Let's see. No, I guess it's here. Let's take a look. See if I missed a step. I think I'm okay. I'm hesitating because there's three sets of studs. I think that's right. Okay, so now they want the domes on the side, covering these up. Once again, you're covering up that beautiful. Oh, this is so cute. That is very cute. I might have to adjust the eyes though. Yeah, like I said, those eyeballs are just they're not clutching the way I would like. So I would advise that this portion of the build is a little wonky. Yeah, let me take this off for a moment. So yeah, sorry if I'm ignoring the chat right now. Just in build concentration mode, as many of you know. Builders get into that mode. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? All right, there we go. That should be it. There we go. Okay. And oops. Oh, okay. I don't know how I messed it up last time. I guess that's correct. That is super cute. It's really cute. I think I was putting the thing on this side. I think I put it on the wrong side, the nose. I think now I think I've put it actually on the correct side. So I actually did have to rebuild it so it would actually be mounted correctly. I think I was looking at the nose on this end, but it's actually supposed to be there. That is so cute. All right, so let's see. Nuclear tacos was created by some nerds in Austin who wanted to see how hot they could get stuff while still having flavor. Oh, okay. They might still be having meetings, but they quit doing events at the South by Southwest. Oh, okay. When is South by Southwest, by the way? When does that take place? A few years ago. Shame because they were fun. Covering up that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Like I said, it might be for one of the other builds, but it's nice rotator. It's gonna be covered up. Okay, but that is super cute. That that face, that really cute face. All right, and now this attaches here. Let's be careful about this because that's a tough joint. Okay, and look, he's looking up at the camera, or she. Very, very cute. Oh my god, I love it. Love that. Okay, now we get to work on some ears, but you can see with the white pieces, we're almost done with the rabbit. It's like churro approves. South by Southwest usually happens around spring break. Oh, okay. You must love it, spring break, when all the college students are in town. Let's see. This is really unusual, seeing a 2x2 inverse tile that is in pink. So they're doing that for the ears. And boat studs in pink too. I know you get those in the friend set, but to see them in a Creator 3-in-1, that is not typical. Okay. All right. And these pieces are nice too with the angle. And excuse me while I take a drink of water. I was at a career fair yesterday. We're trying to recruit some more interns and volunteers for Expot. So we were there I was there for the whole time. I was there from like 10 o'clock to 4:30. And the rest of the team, they were helping out too. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now we need to add, let's see, mixel joint. But anyway, so since I was there for so long, I was talking a lot. And here's another pink inverse 1x2 curves. Cool. Okay. Am I getting too tired that I'm not able to clutch these? There we go. Yeah, so Tesla was there, Nintendo was there. There was a lot of, big name companies that were there, and we're a nonprofit, so we're we're just. Oh, was I supposed to make two of those? I think I was supposed to make two of those. Yeah. All right, we'll just do one at a time. These are cute though, super cute. So there's your little ear. I think the hardest part though was standing on my feet for so long because I haven't done a trade show in a long time. So yeah, my dogs were barking, even though I was wearing tennis shoes. I figured I dressed as comfortably as I could, but I think just standing for that long is tough. You just got to keep moving. You got to get your blood moving. Yeah. So speaking of Austin, by the way, so the solar eclipse is coming next year, not this year, next year. So I will be in Houston this year for Brick Rodeo. And then the following year, I will be in Austin for the solar eclipse. I already talked to my friend and she wants to go to Austin. And I said, that's perfect because that's where I know at least one friend over there. so, so I'm giving you a heads up that I will be in the area both for Brick Rodeo and for the solar eclipse during that time. Okay, so here's your second version of the ear. You got to admit that is freaking hilarious. That is super funny. And what's a bonus is you've got these two studs here, so you could have like a minifigure. I'm gonna have this one handy. This one, I think this is Luke Skywalker. I think in the Tauntaun. I think. I think it is. Anyway, so you can have like a a minifigure riding on the rabbit. I think that was maybe intentional, but that's hilarious. Actually, let's take a look at the front cover, if that's the case. So you have three studs here, or three rows of studs. So you can also put something on top of the head. But yeah, it looks like you can have something riding on the back of the rabbit. Spring break has never bothered me. Usually there are fewer people in town. Oh, raiding places like in the beaches. Yeah, good point. April 8th. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I already told her the dates and she's making all the arrangements. So very cool. You thought it smelled bad on the outside? Are you talking about the Tauntaun? So anyway, or even better, we can have Grumpy Cat. Let's see, I probably should. Let me see if I have two white jumpers. Let me get two white jumpers. We have Grumpy Cat riding on the front. Or not Grumpy Cat, Churro. Because Churro is the official name of that cat. So, yeah. So we can have Churro riding the hat. All right, I'm being silly now. But yeah, Churro's riding high, and then Luke is getting ready to shoot Churro off of the head of the rabbit. So yeah. Yep, things are crazy here on the Brickanisa Broadcast Network. All right, my friends. Okay, so the rabbit's done. I think the last thing we need to work on I've got some extra pieces here. Let me get those out of the way. I think these are the last pieces. So we should be close to done. I think these are extras. So we're going to work on the carrot and maybe a flower or so. But very, very cool. So yeah, so we will definitely have to get together, Glenn, when at Brick Rodeo as well as the eclipse. This is a new tradition my friend and I have because we saw the solar eclipse when it was in the Portland area or just south of Portland. And we found out that it was going to be in Texas the next time, and she lives in Texas. So she goes, okay, that means we're going. It's like, okay. So it was pretty much a done deal. We negotiated that like in 2016, I think it was the last time we had a full solar eclipse. Now this is cool. Remember those 1x1s with the bar? That they're using them for the center of the flower. That's very clever. That's a very clever use. Okay. I'm hesitating because it's like, you want me to do what? Oh, okay. I think one is going, oops, one's going this way, and one's going this way. I guess that's kind of neat. Ignore the carrot at your own peril. The carrot's coming later. I think the flower, I think they're doing the flower first. Okay, so now, interesting. Okay, they said to put this sideways. Is this going to fit? I guess it's going to fit. Oh, okay. All right. And they want one of these. I'm not sure why, but they said to put this one here. All right, this is, yeah, that's correct. And turn it upside down and put the green. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're upside down building now, and they want a leaf here, and it looks like they want the leaf to go up this way onto the rod, and like that. Now that could be a good 2-minute tech tip, is that if you're trying to connect stems, you use the bottom of the Travis brick and then put one of these leaf pieces, and then you put the other leaf piece on a rod, and then you have your flower. So stay tuned. That'll be a future 2-minute tech tip, I think. Trust in the brick. Yes. Yeah, I wonder what's happened to Cowboy Kenobi. We haven't seen him in a while. He used to say that a lot. Okay, so now we have another. This one is a green. Now this is nice. I don't think I've seen or I have very many Travis bricks in this lime green color. Okay, so we're going to work on the carrot now. And cones. So I'm wondering, is the 8 o'clock time frame better? I've started, an hour earlier. I'm just curious if this time frame is better or not. Got 2 black cones, and because I know for Hooded One, he says it's too early for him. That's why you haven't seen Hooded One on this show, because he can't make it that early. Because he has his breakfast when he joins. He's having breakfast while we're getting ready to wind down for the day. Okay, so that's really cool because now we get to put some more Travis Brick stuff. Fun. We get to make 4 of these. I don't get to do this in orange very often. Usually it's, white, or like if you're making snowballs or something, or brown if you're making potatoes, or so just being able to do orange is refreshing. Definitely better for you. Oh, okay. All right, good spot. Because, like I said, I usually go for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. So we're right on time. And it's better for me too, because then, right now it's what, 9:45. It's not too late in the evening that I can still continue on and get some other stuff done if I need to. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna match up? Yeah. Trust in the brick. And this kind of brings up, here's a future 2-minute tech tip for you guys. I was mentioning about the measuring ruler. This is one of those rulers that you can make, and you can see how the studs line up. So when you have this, then you can see where the studs will line up for being able to build things like this. So yeah, there we go. Nice little point of the carrot, and we get to use this again, and this time they're just having it at the top, right? Yeah, it looks like it. And carrot goes in there. Carrot top. Oh, that is cute. That is, if Vicarious Bricks just was here, she'd say, cute, cute. All right, so we have this little flower. This is extra pieces. All right, so these are our extra pieces that we have from the build. So you still have a nice collection of spares. And then we have the flower, and we have the carrots, and we have our rabbit with the different passengers on board. 1 a.m. for you? Is it 1 a.m.? I guess it is 3 hours ahead, isn't it? Well, that's why it's good that we're starting an hour early. Hooray for utility mocks. Well, I will say that I have to admit the face on this really makes this super cute. I think the way that they did the tongue here, and the shaping of the jaw and the haunches, really great selection of parts that you have on this. I should take churro off just to show the classic build for the camera, so people know this is what it is. But if you want to, add some minifigs, you could. And they were talking in the other one that you can make it a lop ear too. If you want to turn the ears down this way, make it a lop ear rabbit, which is actually my preference. I had 2 lop ear rabbits when, oh gosh, many years ago. That was pre-Logan days. The pre-dog days is when I had rabbits, house rabbits too. And rabbits love carrots, the whole carrot. My last rabbit loved the carrot tops. She would eat those first. Well, there you go. So that was fun. Really enjoyed that. Uh-oh. I will say that this part of the build is the weakest part, that I think maybe if they used boat studs instead of this, that it would be a little bit more secure. You can see that it's already falling apart. I need to do that. So yeah, that's one thing I don't like about what they've done here, is that they needed to secure this a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah. So, but very cute. I think the face is really what sets it apart the best. Okay, my friends. So that was awesome. Really enjoyed that. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And you can see my Dope Yo sign is now up. It's Dope Yo. On the air, it's Dope Yo. So hopefully, I don't know, does it looked straight to me when I hung it up. It doesn't look straight on the camera, maybe because I'm at an angle. Yeah, it's because I'm at an angle. So anyway, we're staying up. Oh, thank you, Spot. I appreciate that. Hooray! Nice stream. Yay. Good. Well, I'll be back on Sunday. So Sunday, what we're going to be doing at instead of 1 o'clock, it's going to be 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific in the afternoon, and we're going to do a review of the hashtag Mind the Baby Challenge. So I do have Nick Bright already queued up for that, and then I'm going to see how my parts situation is, but I'm hoping I might be on Twitch later that evening. I know I've skipped a couple of Twitch streams and I'm not as comfortable on Twitch, but I do know I need to kind of keep my toe in the water there because I do have some followers there too. And they've been asking, it's like, I know you took a break a couple months in December, in the winter. And I really have to decide what I want to do for Twitch because it's just a platform I'm not as comfortable with, and I know people know that, so they don't come in as often. But then again, maybe it doesn't matter if it's just this group that comes in and hangs out. That's okay too. So being perfectly straight is overrated. Oh, you're talking about this. I thought you were talking about something else. Okay. Have a great night. Yes, you too. Thank you. Good night, Spot. Good night, Glenn. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody who's watching the review later, I will say that I love rabbits as a whole, and it is Year of the Rabbit, and this 3-in-1 rabbit is super cute. So if you are interested in getting this, it's 19.99, and it's a really great parts pack. It is really good for shaping too, and so we've done that, and I probably, I don't know, I might do the other builds, but probably do it off stream just to kind of get a sense of new techniques that I might learn. And I think we do have something for a 2-minute tech tip coming from this build. So anyway, hope you have a great evening. Thank you, everybody. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. I know I have to keep saying, I need to say it like 3 times. I think one of the things I need to do, maybe Glenn, since you're one of the mods, you can prompt me and and say, remember to like and subscribe to the stream. I should say it at the beginning. I should say it kind of midway through, and then I should say it at the end like I normally do. So I've got to train myself to do that. And if you want to send any fan mail, send it to P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington 98103. And thank you, everybody. It's been a great evening. Happy Year of the Rabbit. It's been great. And as they say on the Brick and Nisa Broadcast Network, thank you. And may the clutch be with you. Take care, everybody. Good night.